Kingdom Hearts 358 over 2 days is probably the most requested remake for the Kingdom Hearts series. Still to this day, the only way to actually play this game is via the Nintendo DS or of course emulation. The same can also be said for Kingdom Hearts Recoded, though not many people like this one. Before Kingdom Hearts 1.5 HD Remix released, most Kingdom Hearts fans were foaming, dribbling over the thought that Square Enix would finally remake Days on the PlayStation 2 engine that they used to develop Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, to get a similar sort of remake type experience that Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories got. Unfortunately, what we ended up receiving for the HD remixes were HD cutscenes for both games. So by playable means, the games are only playable on DS, which is a little bit sad when we look at Days because it definitely is one of the best Kingdom Hearts titles when looking at its story. This is Roxas's game. It explains literally his entire story before the events of Kingdom Hearts 2, and there's important context within this game that leads into the story of KH2. The game also provided us more context towards Organization 13. Like, we literally got a game where we get to play with the bad guys. In the gameplay department, Days isn't very good. However, that's just my opinion. I certainly do believe that Recoded is the better DS Kingdom Hearts game from a gameplay perspective, but looking at something like a Kingdom Hearts Days remake, the gameplay issues that Days suffers from would obviously be fixed. Now, personally, I don't believe that Square Enix are going to ever give us a Days remake. We're going into the next saga of Kingdom Hearts, and their focus will be crafting this new narrative, Kingdom Hearts 4 and onwards. I also do believe that the most deserving game of a remake, especially one that is absolutely crucial to that of the next story chapter in the Kingdom Hearts series, is that of the Kingdom Hearts Key Saga, or Union Cross, as it is stuck on mobile phones, and is a service that has since discontinued. So this leaves that task of getting a Days remake in the hands of the community. We know that over the past few years, whether it be mods for Kingdom Hearts 3 on the Unreal Engine, or mods for the older games, the mod progression in the community has been progressing substantially. There are some absolutely fantastic mods currently available for Kingdom Hearts. And this mod community is dedicated, man. We've covered a lot of cool stuff here on the channel, and somehow, by some magic, these wizards just keep raising the bar higher and higher and higher. I want to tell you guys about Kingdom Hearts 358 over 2 days Final Mix, a Kingdom Hearts 2 Overhaul mod that is currently in very early development. This is probably something that we're not going to see a public release for an incredibly long time, mainly because this is being developed by one person, O Shinobi. However, it's not your standard Kingdom Hearts 2 Overhaul in the sense of it just simply replaces the playable character. There's maybe some new drive forms, new abilities, new mechanics. The idea of this is to quite literally remake Days within Kingdom Hearts 2's engine. This means the entire Days narrative, with the cutscenes, with the missions that you go on, with the different maps and worlds that you get to explore. Literally, we have the Organization 13 sort of rest room foyer area imported from actual Nintendo DS Days into that of PCSX2 here. Even all of the enemies and the bosses that you fight and come across within Days is planned to be in this mod. We of course saw within the Project Nobody May Cry overhaul for KH2 that the team were able to literally import the Heat and Chill Saber, exclusive Heartless enemies from Days, into KH2, even with their movesets, which was something super impressive to see for Kingdom Hearts 2 modding. I think when we're looking at like the in-depth systems, like the panel system, this was the way that you would pretty much progress Roxas to get stronger in the means of equipping new abilities and different magics and all that kind of thing. I think the mod will still maintain Kingdom Hearts 2's core systems in the sense of the combat system, because something like that I think is just beyond the capabilities for Kingdom Hearts 2 modding. But overall, this is basically going to be like Days DLC for that of Kingdom Hearts 2. Shinobi has mentioned that even playable characters is planned to be in this. Obviously, Days had mission mode, which still to this day is one of the coolest additional modes for any Kingdom Hearts game, allowing you to play as literally every single organization member, plus other characters like Mickey, Donald, Goofy, Sora, and take on various different missions. This is also actually a multiplayer mode too. I highly doubt if multiplayer will be included in this, but still, something like the mission mode seems like it will also be implemented into this mod. It's kind of funny to think that Days, out of all Kingdom Hearts games, just considering the system it released on, has the best multiplayer component of any Kingdom Hearts game, as well as also being the Kingdom Hearts game that has the most playable characters. Now, as I was saying, it's going to be a long time before we actually see this come together. This mod hasn't been in development for that long. There's only 2 progress videos out on Shinobi's YouTube channel as of right now. It actually begun development back in October of last year, so these are still incredibly early days. So right now, the very beginning portions of the game are here within O Shinobi's second progress video, showing us that when you start a new game, we've got the actual intro cinematic. For the cutscenes, the HD versions from 1.5 Remix are going to be imported into the game, and looking at all of the actual in-engine cutscenes, these are all going to be recreated within Kingdom Hearts 2's engine. We literally see the first cutscene of Roxas waking up in his room, recreated in Kingdom Hearts 2. We look at the actual organization restroom. I believe, again, it has been imported from Days on the DS, but we've even got like the organization members in their correct positions, either sitting on the couch or just hanging around in the room with all of the correct animations. O Shinobi is importing all of the animations from Days to then be used in the Overhaul. You're able to interact with all of the organization members that are currently in the room just as you can in Days with their little blurbs that they'll say to Roxas. The first little tutorial mission with Axel teaching Roxas about movement that takes place within Twilight Town's tunnel system is here in the game. Also, yeah, Axel is dabbing. I don't know what that's about, but that... What's he doing? As well as Axel being a party member for this specific mission. So like, obviously in Days, when you go on certain missions, sometimes you'll be accompanied by one of the organization members that will be here too. The Corridor of Darkness was used as Days' version of the save point, which is a super nice touch, considering that this is literally how the organization get around traveling from one world to another. So the RTC, Corridor of Darkness, is the save point for this mod. Makes a lot of sense. We did also see this within the Project Nobody May Cry mod too. But there's actually a new system implemented towards world travel here, considering they walk through these corridors of darkness, known as the Dark Realm system. Shinobi's explains that they want the players to be able to experience the extra-dimensional space travel that the organization members use to get to other worlds, which is literally like a space of darkness. Within this space, you can be attacked by enemies, and you pretty much have to traverse it to find an exit in order to get to the world you're going to or to return to the castle. You'll notice too that the game is using the Days heads-up display, so that's all been changed. Even looking at the health bar with the limit portion of the health bar, that's all there. So I'm only assuming too that the limit system from Days will also be implemented into this overhaul. And even looking at the color theme of the save menu is now more Days appropriate. You'll also notice too that money has been replaced with heart points. Heart points was of course the currency in Days that you could use at the Moogle shop in the restroom. And lastly, this is a final mix, right? So there should be some new content. Well, indeed, there will be. Shinobi has mentioned that there is going to be some new custom stuff added into this overhaul. For example, the Corridor of Darkness system is a totally new thing, so little things like that will likely be added. I'm definitely asking for too much here, and it comes down to the knowledge of the mod creator in itself as to whether or not this could happen, but a secret boss. Days is one of the few Kingdom Hearts games that lack a true secret boss. Yes, there are some additional harder, sort of heartless enemies to take on once you've kind of wrapped things up within mission mode, but an actual secret boss would be great, and this is something that I could envision if Square Enix actually went ahead and did a Days Remake Final Mix Edition. So that gives you an idea as to what this project is about. It's pretty exciting because this is something that we as a community have been longing for. In the past, we have actually had like more of a fan game project that was being developed by Redraw Studios, the guy that's currently doing Kingdom Hearts 2 on Unreal Engine 4. That obviously never saw the light of day, but seeing something more like this, a Kingdom Hearts 2 Overhaul, is certainly more realistic in the sense of actually receiving a Days remake. Square Enix are also fine with Kingdom Hearts mods. They don't really have an issue with that when looking more towards entirely separate projects being developed on engines, that's kind of when the whole copyright thing starts to get a little bit sticky. So using an already existing foundation to actually build a Days remake is much more likely, and what we're seeing right here is the beginning steps of which. Of course, this is a super ambitious project for just one person. I believe Shinobi does have small amounts of help from some other people, but for the most part, they are solo developing this mod. That could of course change over time as this mod gains more traction, but hopefully, if all goes well and Shinobi does manage to make it to the finish line, we could, in a few years' time, see a fully fleshed out Kingdom Hearts 358 over 2 days remake within Kingdom Hearts 2. So be sure to go check out Shinobi's channel. Right now, as I was saying, there's only 2 progress videos, but as development continues with the mod, Shinobi will be providing further update videos. I want to thank all my patrons for being absolute taste-tastic turkeys. You guys are incredible. Thank you so much for the support. Also be sure to follow me on my other social media platforms. Check out the second channel for VOD goodness, and be sure to subscribe to the channel here. However guys, I'm Cynical. Hopefully you're having a fantastic day, and we'll talk real soon.